Behind every legend, there's a shadow. And Stephen Curry's shadow is terrifying.
What do you think?
I love that energy.
Spoken family man image. This is the darker side. The side that collects monsters on 4 wheels, each one faster, more ferocious than the last. They say his 3-pointers are deadly, but wait until you hear the growl of these beasts. And according to Curry himself, there's a supreme confidence that overtakes him on the court, like a switch being flipped.
It is a supreme confidence that's based on the work that you put in, obviously, but it is a supreme, like irrational confidence that is one of the best feelings in the world when it comes like on the court, like how you express yourself.
Imagine that same unshakable intensity, but behind the wheel. It's not just about skill, it's about dominating every road, every curve, every car he commands. This is the other side of Stephen Curry, and it's relentless. Welcome back to Wheels of Fame, where we showcase the flashiest rides of the world's biggest athletic stars. Stephen Curry's smile might light up the court, but what hides in his garage is the stuff of nightmares. Beneath the surface of this mild-mannered MVP, there's a hunger for raw power, a thirst for the thrill of the chase. The sleek machines he drives aren't just luxury, they're an obsession. And if you thought his 3-pointers were deadly, just wait until you see him behind the wheel. It's more than a game now. This is Curry off the court, and he's playing with horsepower that could turn your peaceful commute into a white-knuckled ride. Curry's garage isn't just impressive, it's dangerous. So the real question is, are you brave enough to explore it? Number 1. Land Rover Range Rover. Let's start with something deceptively elegant but terrifying beneath the surface. Stephen Curry's Land Rover Range Rover. At first glance, this luxury SUV looks like it's built for comfort, but don't let that fool you. Priced around $100,000, this isn't just a family car, it's a tank in disguise. Under the hood, it packs a 5.0-liter V8 supercharged engine, capable of launching this beast from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 5 seconds. For an SUV that size, that's a growl you don't want to ignore. And as smooth as it rides, there's something unsettling about its presence on the road. It moves like a predator, quiet and sleek, until it pounces. The all-terrain capability? That's just Curry's way of saying he dominates not just the court, but every road, mountain, or rough terrain in his path. This isn't a car you drive, it's a force you command. Imagine Curry with that supreme confidence he talks about, behind the wheel of this intimidating machine. Now ask yourself, do you dare cross its path? But the Range Rover isn't the only predator in Curry's garage. Lurking in the shadows is something quieter, something faster. The Tesla Model X 90D, a silent killer, ready to strike without a sound. Number 2. Tesla Model X 90D. Stephen Curry's Tesla Model X 90D is a silent runner. This ride is the silent predator of his luxury fleet. Just imagine a car that makes no noise but strikes with all the precision of one of Curry's lethal 3-pointers. Its sleek, all-electric nature makes it the perfect wolf in sheep's clothing. And at around $100,000, it's a shadow that never sleeps. This isn't your average SUV, it's packed with 417 horsepower. But unlike the typical snarling beast, this one slips through the streets without a sound, hitting 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 5 seconds. The most terrifying part? It does all of this while looking like it's barely trying, just like Curry's infamous ability to drain 3S from the logo without breaking a sweat. The 257-mile range feels limitless, as if Curry himself designed this car to run until the game is over, and he never runs out of fuel. Those futuristic falcon wing doors open like Curry's arms stretched out for a game-winning shot, smooth, calculated, with eyes locked on victory. The interior? Tech-heavy, almost intimidating, with a giant touchscreen and autopilot capabilities, ready to take control when you lose your nerve. It's fitting that Curry, with his ice-cold confidence and supreme composure on the court, would choose this silent assassin of a car. Just like his shots, silent, sure, and lethal. The Tesla Model X90D doesn't need to make a sound to leave you in awe. And just when you thought the Tesla's silence was chilling enough, here comes the growl of something far more menacing. The Mercedes-AMG G55. If the Tesla was a silent hunter, this one is a roaring beast. Buckle up, because this monster doesn't just roam the streets, it owns them. Number 3. Mercedes-AMG G55. The Mercedes-AMG G55 is a juggernaut in disguise, lurking in the shadows of Stephen Curry's garage, ready to unleash chaos at a moment's notice. With its 5.5-litre V8 engine producing a terrifying 493 horsepower, this beast doesn't just cruise, it charges. It roars from 0 to 60 miles per hour in a bone-rattling 5.2 seconds, a time that defies its massive armored appearance. This thing weighs nearly 6,000 pounds, and when it's barreling down the road, it feels like the asphalt itself is trembling in fear. The $120,000 price tag? That's just the entry fee for this kind of power. The G55's menacing, boxy exterior makes it look like a war machine, built to crush anything in its path. Inside, the interior is a deceivingly luxurious trap leather seats, tech-packed controls, and dark, high-end wood trim. But don't let that fool you. This is a monster wearing a suit, and Stephen Curry is the master who controls it. Curry's precision on the court mirrors the G55's performance, calculated, efficient, and unrelenting. But don't forget, there's a darker side to that control. The G55's guttural exhaust note growls like a warning, a reminder that even the smoothest operators have their breaking point. Curry, usually calm and collected, harnesses that raw fury when needed, both on and off the court. This is more than winning. This is about dominating. But here's the thing. Stephen Curry's collection doesn't end here. Oh no, the real monster still lurks in the shadows, waiting to pounce. What's next? Well, let's just say it's a ride so powerful, so terrifying, it might just leave your heart racing long after this episode ends. Curious to see what beast comes next? You'll have to stick around if you dare. Number 4. Porsche 911 GT3 RS. The Porsche 911 GT3 RS in Stephen Curry's collection is the epitome of a road-legal monster, blending pure racing DNA with chilling precision. This is the car that doesn't just hug corners, it attacks them. With a spine-tingling 4.0-litre flat-six engine roaring out 520 horsepower, it screams from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3 seconds. You think Curry's court vision is sharp? Wait until you experience the scalpel-like handling of this Porsche. Engineered for the brave and designed to leave its competitors trembling in the dust. Priced around $200,000, this car isn't for the faint-hearted. Its aerodynamic design, aggressive front splitter, and massive rear wing are like the claws of a predator, making it impossible to ignore. Just like Curry when he's on fire behind the arc, this beast is unstoppable on the track. You can almost feel the intensity, the relentless pursuit of perfection in every inch of this machine. It's not just speed, it's terror on 4 wheels, mirroring Curry's quiet confidence that catches you off guard and leaves you breathless. Thought the Porsche 911 GT3 RS was scary? That was just a taste. Now brace yourself for the deadliest in Stephen Curry's arsenal. The Porsche Panamera Turbo S, sleek, silent, and lurking in the shadows. It's ready to unleash chaos when you least expect it. Number 5. The Porsche Panamera Turbo S. The deadliest car in Stephen Curry's collection? The Porsche Panamera Turbo S. And if you thought Curry was just a nice guy, think again. As Kobe Bryant once said, Stephen is silently deadly.
Kobe, what do you think of when you watch Steph Curry?
I see a calmness about him. I see a calmness about him, and I think it's something that a lot of players don't understand. I think the fans, it's very hard for the fans to really understand what I'm saying, because most players don't get it. But there's a serious calmness about him, which is extremely deadly. Because he's not up, he's not down, he's not contemplating what just happened before or worrying about what's to come next. He's just there. And when a player has the skills and has trained himself to have the skills to be able to juke, shoot, dribble, left, right, etc., and then you mix that with this calmness and poise, and you have a serious, serious problem on your hands. And so when I watch him play, that's what I see.
On the court, his quiet precision dismantles opponents. But off the court, his Panamera Turbo S is the silent assassin of the streets. With its muscular curves and sharp, predatory LED headlights, the Panamera Turbo S is a machine that demands respect. But it's not just for show. This beast is packing a 4.0-litre twin-turbo V8 engine that unleashes an insane 620 horsepower, rocketing from 0 to 60 in a blistering 2.9 seconds. This car dominates. The wide stance and 21-inch wheels grip the road with the same deadly accuracy Curry shows on the court. It's a predator disguised as luxury, much like Steph himself. Priced around $200,000, this ride represents the lethal combination of speed and control. All-wheel drive, adaptive air suspension, and a top speed of 196 miles per hour make it an unstoppable force, just like Curry's presence on the hardwood. It mirrors his calm demeanor, always in control, but ready to unleash chaos when the moment strikes. Inside, it's the same story, a mix of carbon fiber, leather upholstery, and futuristic tech, creating a cockpit where Curry could feel right at home. Just like him, the Porsche doesn't need to shout. It's sleek, sophisticated, and savage when it's time to perform. Curry doesn't need to make noise, and neither does his Porsche. Both remain silent until it's too late. The deadliest? You bet. This car is a reflection of the silent, devastating destruction Stephen Curry brings every time he steps onto the hardwood. Well, we've done it. We've stepped inside the shadows of Stephen Curry's car collection. And what did we discover? Not just luxury, oh no. What we found were machines that feel less like possessions and more like predators. From the Porsche 911 GT3 RS, a sleek, silent hunter waiting for its prey, to the eerie, all-knowing Tesla Model X 90D, which doesn't just drive, it watches. Curry's cars don't just move, they seem to think, to breathe, waiting for the perfect moment to take control. So the next time you think about luxury cars, remember, Stephen Curry's collection isn't just about horsepower, it's about something far more unsettling. These vehicles aren't just driven, they're waiting, and you'd better hope you can stay in control. Now it's your turn to face the unknown. If you had to add one more vehicle to Curry's shadowy fleet, what would it be? Something more dangerous? Or maybe something that doesn't need a driver at all? Drop your suggestions below if you dare. And hit that like button, because what we have in store next will take you deeper into the dark corners of another celebrity car collection. And if you think you can handle it, tell us which of Stephen's cars you'd brave a ride in and why. The most fearless answer might just win you something special, but don't get too comfortable. Subscribe, because next time, we're unlocking a collection that might just make your nightmares feel a little too real.